Hey everyone, if you are considering using online hormone clinics versus in-person hormone clinics, I'm here to help you compare the two and figure out which one might be best based on things like access, regulatory compliance, cost, and convenience. So first things first, online hormone clinics come in various forms. You can use things like Quest to purchase individual hormone test panels. You can see here that's going to be something contingent upon certain sale prices and whether you can apply any of these balances. This is something that gets sent to you, no doctor's visit needed. You go to the Quest facility to get your blood draw, after which the results are sent to you, as I said, and you get test details that are done in person using a blood panel, and it's very similar to what your doctor would request for you, but it's done without a doctor's appointment. So you can pay for this out of pocket, which, as you can see here, will vary depending on the type of test you're getting. Obviously, facilities like Quest have many options here. So if you are looking for things like hormone and thyroid health in particular, you can look at that. You can also add other tests to your panel. You have a similar setup here with Labcorp OnDemand tests. And with these, you have blood and urine. So it's collected in person and you have to go to a Labcorp location. After that, they send you the details of what they found. That is all very similar to what you might get from, let's say, Kaiser, if that's your provider. In that regard, the key difference between that type of online option and something you would get from your doctor is really that working through your primary care physician requires you to get an appointment. Effectively, you have to have some sort of symptom that you're looking to treat, and after your doctor rules out most of the other options for comparative tests or what might be wrong, then they might help you by ordering a panel. Now that cost is going to be based on things like this: your deductible, your plan level, and whether it's an in-network or out-of-network provider. You could avoid having to find your copy of your benefits and coverage document, avoid having to book an appointment with your doctor, avoid having to potentially get a specialist referral, and avoid having to pay a 25% co-insurance if you go through these options. These options do not require any of that. You just say, hey, I want this, you add it to your cart, you check out, you go to a Quest facility, you get your blood draw, and it's done. Of course, you might only pay 25% co-insurance if you manage to book an appointment, see your primary care physician, and get that type of hormone test ordered for you. In which case, places like Kaiser might do the blood draw on site, depending on where you are. And that could be something done very quickly within the same day and cost you a fraction of what you're paying over here. Now that is all juxtaposed by completely online versions like LifeForce. LifeForce is very similar in the basis of the data collected, which means they also use a blood draw. But instead of you having to book an appointment with your doctor or go to a Quest facility, they send someone to you. So they send a phlebotomist to your house to take that blood draw. Now that is, for many people, more convenient, especially when you sign up for the membership, which brings with it quarterly blood draws. So quarterly blood draws are done at your convenience at home. And after you finish the report, you not only get something that you can read and print out. I happen to have test results from other companies, and every time I get test panels done, I print them out, I put them in a binder. So I have that folder I can turn to all the time. But obviously you don't have to do that. If you use places like LifeForce, they will send it to you with a PDF, but you also get this over here. So this dashboard where you look at your lab results. And for those who do have memberships, those lab results get uploaded regularly. So every quarter you can see all of that information. Now, in terms of cost, that's obviously going to change because it's based on a one-time diagnostic versus a membership price. So you're going to see over here 50 biomarkers, right now $200 today if you want to start with your diagnostics. Over here, you're going to see that the cost for all of this, including your personalized recommendations and that regular membership, might be a few $100s more than what you get with other online versions or what you get with your doctor. And to that end, in terms of access, once your doctor orders a test, that will fluctuate in terms of what you get for a follow-up. So in my experience, places like Kaiser have client portals. So most insurance providers have a client portal. You can go to that portal. Once you log in, you'll be able to sign into your account, however that's laid out, depending on whichever company you have. And then once you log in, you can look at your test results. You can message your doctor, you can send them a quick text, you can use the chat center to get a hold of them. But generally speaking, they're not going to sit and have a long follow-up with you about what your results mean and what preventative care you might consider. At best, and I mean at best, most doctors have auto emails that go out after the fact. So you can click on health and wellness, right? And let's say you get your hormone panel and you read something about managing your health and you're looking for things to do with, let's say, women's health. So you see how much I'm having to navigate already, which is great. On the one hand, there is a lot that you can review, but you'll also have to explore lots of different resources down here. So if you are looking for menopause or perimenopause health, generally speaking, when you get test results, they will also redirect you to all of these research articles that you can read, but that's about it. So tools to connect, things like healthy classes or eating classes, whatever relates to the outcome of your test results. Now, over here with Quest, you tend to get things like a PDF that outlines what the results were. With LifeForce, you get a 45-minute deep dive consultation with a clinician. So they go over what your test results mean. And beyond that, you get connected to things like a coach. And that coach, right here within this app that you see, will work with you to give you personalized recommendations. And that's based on all of your quarterly data. So every quarter that gets updated. You can see that these colors delineate different quarters, right? And as you move on, you can see whether you're in range, out of range, optimal range, or not. And that's all compiled into your life score down here. So you can see whether you have risk for things like metabolic issues or cardiovascular issues. So in terms of regulatory considerations, you're going to have to seek resources like online options here for quick tests to basically give you information. They can subsequently provide supplements, like LifeForce provides supplements. So if your goal is hormone health, there is a limit to what they can give you. They can give you things like omega or DHEA, and that can be great. You can get access to advanced panels and pharmaceuticals as a member only, so that is a hiccup there. Otherwise, if you need actual medication, something like a prescription, these companies are not going to be able to provide that for you. So that is a limitation. You will have to go through your primary care physician for that, and that will likely require an in-person visit. So overall, these are both great options. If you are concerned about pre-existing health conditions, or you want options for insurance coverage or additional pharmaceutical support through things like prescription medications, going with an in-person option with your primary care physician is better. But bear in mind, the biggest hiccup there is time. It's going to take time to get everything sorted. It's going to take time to get your results. It's going to take time to get any follow-up. And even then, your follow-up might be limited. This is juxtaposed by companies like Quest or LifeForce, as well as OnDemand Labcorp, where you have faster access that's more convenient, but they are limited in terms of what medications they can prescribe after the fact. They can more or less help with things like lifestyle changes and basic pharmaceuticals that include supplements. So I hope that helped. If you are looking for an in-person or an online health option, especially for hormone panels, there are good options out there, but again, comes down to what it is you are looking for with convenience, cost, and accessibility.